Football, basketball, boxing, cycling, A tier, D tier, it's D tier, E tier. You guys asked and I've delivered. This is part 2 to my Sport Aura tier list, which you haven't seen, go watch that, then come back. The new batch of sports just got delivered in and boy, are they fresh. Same as before, S to E. S tier, hype Aura edit music plays when you enter the room. E tier, you're getting hooked off one of those comedically long canes. Huge thanks for the support in the last video, guys. I'm this close to being able to switch up on my day ones. Like and subscribe so I can leave them behind and forget about everyone who's helped me so far.
Somebody get these beggars out of here!
Now, as the self-appointed Sports Aura judge, quarters in session.
Let's go.
Starting strong, we're talking about cricket. Cricket is the #2 sport in the world. It's kind of to South Asia what football is to the rest of the world. Now, the thing about South Asians is they come in numbers. I've got to watch my words here or some Indian uncle is going to turn my face into tikka masala. Cricket
No, sir, thanks.
is not
I told you no.
without
I said no.
its flaws.
No!
It's too complicated for your average idiot. I know people moan all the time about offside in football. If you try to understand cricket, your brain is going to start leaking out your ears. And I know I'm throwing around the boring claim like it's going out of fashion, but 5-day matches, really? Cricket attire has some aura, I'll give it that. I think if you strap me down to a chair and made me watch the highlights of all the sports that we've spoken about so far, cricket probably wouldn't have me biting out my tongue to make it stop. So it's boring, it's complicated, bit elitist here in the UK, but it's got entertaining highlights, the attire is decent, a very popular, passionate fan base, and it passes the street sport test. Watch the last video if you want to understand what I'm talking about there. You know what, let me just crank the lever, see what the machine spits out. B tier? Fair enough, that's a B+. Hockey, another one which was requested in the last video. Maxim Lanham, eloquently right. Hockey has so much aura. William Shakespeare, eat your heart out. Firstly though, let me be clear. I'm talking about ice hockey. Field hockey is like ice hockey's nerdy older brother who claims he's more classy when in reality, more boring, less fun. D tier. But ice hockey, let's break it down. If basketball hype mogs every other sport, then ice hockey frame mogs them. It's so fast that they can make a 3-goal comeback in the time it takes for you to go for a piss. Boring sports, take notes. It's very physical, it makes footballers look like ballerinas. If someone's really grinding your gears in hockey, what should you do? A, politely ask them, hey, please stop. B, you have something really nasty at them. Or C, get a bit more physical, let them know you're there. The answer is actually D, which is just swing at them, because that's allowed. You wanna know the extent of the aura that these guys have? They thought to themselves, let's take the most harshest, unforgiving surface that humankind has encountered, let's strap knives to our feet and just smash into each other. The only thing I can take away from it is that it's not really very big outside of like Canada and Northeast USA. And it's also kind of hard to tell what's going on at times, but still, look guys, my hands, they're tired. It's S tier. We're talking about tennis. Tennis is like golf's cooler, younger sibling. It's not beating the private school allegations, but it's faster, it's more cinematic, it's more dramatic, it's very tense, it's psychological. Like I'll watch it and I'll be thinking to myself, I feel like I'm getting in the middle of something between you two. Damn. Now normally I would say mandatory crowd silence kills aura, but I will make an exception just this one time for tennis because I think it does let you get into the game more. But I don't like the ref. If you cheer too much when you're allowed to, he starts moving like a teacher. Don't deny me my bedlam. What else? Tantrums. Eek. Tennis already lacks a bit of that gritty aura that other sports have, so throwing your toys out the pram, that's not helping. I'm sure some tennis fan will try to say, objection, Your Honor. That has aura. Overall, to be honest, it's teetering between A and B. You know what? At the top level, it's A all the way. I think as a whole, it's probably a B tier sport. Next up is horse racing. Not very mainstream, but I want to talk about it. What are we doing here? This isn't a sport. I mean, like a people sport. It's a horse sport for sure. When I open up my second channel about all things horse related, I will discuss intimately the horses' performances in these races. But the jockeys, they're not athletes. They're glorified backpacks. Maybe they look cool while they're doing it, but they just look a bit gimpy. I want to give them something, but I can't. Who is genuinely, by the way, a horse racing fan after they've cashed out their bet? Huh? I'm telling you, the sport, it just rubs me the wrong way.
What do you mean by that?
You know, the fans, they seem to me like a sort of cigar-puffing, fat cat 1920s banker. And the jockeys, well, it's just not a sport. It's just not a sport. The horse is doing all the work. Can you imagine if when Usain Bolt got injured, we killed him and his trainer got all the credit for when he got the success? No, E tier. Fly free, little bird, a horse, I guess. Okay, we're gonna talk about F1 now. And before I say it, I need you to take away engineering marvel aspect of F1 because it's aura, but I need you to forget about the speed, the power, the pit stops, all of that. The idea that we made fast cars from stick and rock, F1 is buns, bro. Can we just admit that it's boring, okay? I'm a football fan and I'll admit my sport can be boring. I'll admit that. But F1 fans will die on the hill that car go in circles is deep. You know, they always say like, oh, it's only boring because you don't understand what's going on, man. If you knew the context of the background, then it'd be entertaining. Would it? Really? That's true for every sport, okay? At the highest level of anything, there is passion, there is ambition, there is drama, there's characters. That's the human nature, okay? The wheel is not being reinvented here with F1, pun intended. I don't mean to hate too hard. It does have some aura. Where I think tennis and golf maybe lost points because of their exclusivity, I think F1 is almost mythical from how far beyond exclusive it is. I think it gets flipped and they actually start gaining aura. I also actually give the drivers some credit. I know that people would maybe argue that, oh, they're sitting down the whole time or the car's doing all the work, but make a decision like that, going that fast for that long, that's insane. I'll be going like 10 over and I'll be having to fully lock in so I don't decorate the pavement. All things considered as a sport, it's probably C, C+. It could be a B if you caught me on a good day, but it's a bad day, so it's C. Next one we're talking about is Irish hurling. No, you did hear that right. Irish hurling. No, that's not what happens after you've had one too many Guinnesses, or else I'd already be a pro at Irish hurling. No, it's not curling either, which is what I only realized after doing half an hour of research on curling, which is D tier by the way. Irish hurling is like a mixture of football, rugby, and hockey. Like you use a stick like hockey. I mean, you can also use your hands actually. It's physical like rugby, you know, like these guys, they look like you sharpen tools on them, but it sort of flows like football with passing, dribbling, and shooting, and even into a net. Player-wise, they're definitely as tough as nails. You know, they look like they piss vinegar, they're so hard. And from watching the highlights, the coordination seems insane. So all these things together would make you think that this is going to be a high ranking sport, right? Wow! Outside of the Emerald Isle, no one knows what this is. From what I've learned from this video, back in the old country, it's bigger than football. It's got stadiums, it's got fans, it's got leagues, everything. Ireland, come on man, put us on this. This is cold. It's B tier, but if it was well known, it would be higher. Very underrated. They need to appoint a new PR manager.
What's he up to, man? What's he doing?
Short video this time. Last ones we're gonna get to is the running ones, which was also requested. So let's lock in and run through these. Marathoning, B tier. You literally have to be superhuman to complete a marathon, but the nature of the sport doesn't really scream aura. 3 hours of running. Mad respect to anyone who's actually done one though. Track and cross country, D tier. Aura, come on man, really? Refer to my video on cycling, they're just slightly higher because they're less of a nuisance and I feel less compelled to destroy them. Sprinting, A tier. Yes, it's repetitive. Yes, it's not a big fan base, and yes, it does fall victim to some of the critiques I made in my last video about swimming, but these are real athletes, this is a real sport, this is the human experience, that is aura, A tier. Lastly, hurdles, C tier. It's goofy sprinting. Okay, that's tier list done, part 2 done. Hopefully I covered the ones I missed before. Hopefully I did a good job. What did you think? I might be the judge, but you guys are the jury. Comment below what else you want to see from me. Drop a like, subscribe, engage. Guys, seriously, it means the world to me. I'm super grateful for all of it. Now, by the power vested in me as the Honorable Benjamin01, I sentence you to watching every other video on the channel. Go and